I'd like to invite Mayor Ondish up here to join us, please.
Well, good afternoon and welcome everybody. It's great to see a nice turnout. I wish everybody was here, but of course other people have plans and couldn't be with us today, but I'm glad for those that are here. I thought about a lot of what I wanted to say to you today, and the first thing I want to say, well, first off, thank you, Kelly, and thank you for Recreation for putting this together and making this event happen today, and having it indoors. Thank goodness. If we would have had an outdoor ceremony today, it wouldn't quite be as pleasant. But the first thing I want to do is I want to thank each and every one of you for the service that you've put in for our country. And I think it's very important for people to remember, and it's getting more and more important in my eyes today, to celebrate Veterans Day and remember. One of the things that has me concerned in this nation today, and I know we're just little Mount Arlington, but as a nation as a whole, it concerns me that everybody is so wanting to change. And that's what you hear. Well, I got to tell you, I think on top of change, we have to remember. Because without the service that each and every one of you put in, this country wouldn't be what it is today. And we probably wouldn't be a country today if it wasn't for all of the veterans, all of those that have laid down their lives and have put the ultimate sacrifice, and for those that served and are fortunate to still be here today. I don't know how you're thinking about what's going on in the world today. I'm very saddened by it, actually. I think I'm glad to see young people here today because we need to educate the youth. Because we have to remember what got us here, what built this country. And what built this country was your service and those that have laid down their lives to make this country what it is. I realize we have a new president now. We will have a new president, and yes, we all have to get behind our new president, as it's appropriate to do, whether you voted for him or not. But I hope that he realizes that, yes, change is important, but it's also important to remember and understand what has brought this country to where it is today. Because I'm not sure if he would have put his life down in the line like Senator McCain did. I really think Senator McCain is an incredible veteran for what he chose to do for this country. And I have to kind of laugh, all of the thoughts that I was thinking. I was driving to work the other day, and on 101.5, I listen to 101.5 a lot. And Jim Gerhardt in the morning said, you know, unfortunately, Senator McCain went by the premise of being a veteran and a hero. And unfortunately, in today's world, so many young people don't have an appreciation of what that means. What it means to be a veteran, and what it means to have served your country and put your life in harm's way for the betterment of others, and being part of something much bigger than yourself. And it's sad, and I hope that more people begin to really, I see a big change going on. There's a call to service. People are getting back involved. More people came out to vote this year. I hope the focus will be on learning about what that means, about having served and dedicating yourself to something bigger than yourself, as all of you have done. And I can't thank you enough for that. And I hope that more people realize that. And I hope Veterans Day becomes something even bigger and better every year so that we do remember. And we keep teaching the youth so they understand what it means to be a veteran. And all that is, it means so much that people just, I don't think they appreciate. And as Jim Gerhardt said, yeah, unfortunately, President Clinton, who didn't serve and was a draft dodger, he was hugely elected, and everybody loved him. And that was the beginning, I think, of when the time started to change. And I'm not saying this Republican, Democrat, I'm not making this political, I'm just saying the person themselves. I mean, you know, you had somebody that didn't serve, and he was widely elected. And here now you have somebody else who was pitted against a veteran and somebody who didn't serve, and that other person was widely elected. And that's what scares me. I just think people need to remember. And those from World War II, how many here served in World War II? God bless you. Thank God you're still with us. We're losing so many World War II veterans. And those are the veterans that really know what this country was about back then and what service meant and honor to your country and your flag. Not that everybody else that has served didn't, but it's just, it was different times then. And, you know, people today, unfortunately, we haven't seen what a war is all about. A war anymore is on TV to most Americans. Not, of course, to the veterans and those serving. You're putting your lives in harm's way. But unfortunately, I don't think people here really understand it like the World War II veterans did. So I hope everybody will remember, and if you have an opportunity to teach some youth about what Veterans Day is all about and what it means to lay down your life for your country, I just can't thank you all enough for the service that you have put in. And I pray that you'll all be with us for a long time, and we'll be able to celebrate many more Veterans Days together here in Mount Arlington. And again, thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Mayor Ondish. We have a lot of involvement this year from members within our school. Some of you may have taken a glance around the auditorium, and for those students that were unable to join us here today and show their appreciation, they did take part in making posters for you and thanking you for your service. So at the end of this ceremony, I do encourage you to walk around and look at how the youth of this community appreciates the sacrifices and service you have given. In addition, the school ran they ran essay contests, veteran essay contests, and veteran poem contests, and I am pleased to present to you the winner of the 7th grade Veterans Day essay, Daniel Wright. Daniel, if you can come up here and join us. Daniel is going to read his essay, the winning essay, for you. You want to stand here or there?
Throughout my many years as a student, I have been asked the frequently stated question, why should veterans be honored? I think it's about time someone summed up all the answers. In my opinion, the first and foremost reason we should honor veterans is for their bravery. Veterans throughout United States history have left their homes to risk their lives for our freedom and the freedom of other people. Many of the rights we enjoy and take for granted were won and kept because of the bravery of our veterans. Many soldiers, though they may not have served overseas, were brave just for joining the military. Most soldiers leave without knowing if they will return in one piece, if they return at all. Many other types of heroes over the years have been called brave, but the bravery of the soldier cannot be contested. In the words of the theologian St. John, greater love hath no man than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. The second attribute that veterans should be honored for is sacrifice. Soldiers and their families sacrifice a lot more than we realize. Some children don't even know their fathers until they've grown up. Many soldiers sacrifice limbs or other body parts in combat. Some, tragically, lose their lives and never see their families again. This is a sacrifice for the family as well. Not having a father can cause depression. If a soldier dies and is a father, the family can be hurled into a world of hurt financially. The third and last quality I think veterans should be honored for is their patriotism. Thousands of soldiers during World War II were not asked to join the military or drafted. They joined because they felt a patriotic sense of duty to their country and its people. Many lied about their age just to get in as a private in the Army. One of these young men, James L. Day, during the Battle of Okinawa, almost single-handedly fended off 600 Japanese soldiers. He was later decorated with many medals, which he was eventually stripped of because he was too young to fight. However, he was proud to have served his country. These three characteristics are what I think all veterans should be honored for. Whether they served at home or across the sea, veterans deserve to be honored.
Thank you, Daniel.